goodness. Welcome back to Quaran-Tinder. That's right. During this pandemic, we are back and still trying to make love during this pandemic. And tonight, we've got two special guests coming on here to find a love match during the pandemic. There may be social distance laws, but there's no law against good love making, is there, Dougie?
Nope.
Well put. Glad you added it in there. Dougie, I know we're all excited about getting those winners from last week, but first, what do you say you introduce this first bachelorette to us? The one that wants to come in on Quaran-Tinder tonight to get love made.
All right, Wink. Our first contestant, she is an actress from Hollywood. However, because of the quarantine, she is back home in Virginia. Give it up for Miss Stella Von Brighton.
Oh, hello. How are you? Oh, you shouldn't have. You shouldn't have. Oh, darling.
Well, Stella, how are you? How has the pandemic been treating this actress here?
Well, let me tell you, I was living the dream out in Hollywood. I had a big audition coming up for a Pontiac commercial, and my agent calls me and says I have to head back to the dismal swamp with my parents and quarantine. So I'm hanging in there, but I'm getting very, very lonely here in the swamp.
Oh, you're on the right show when you say lonely, but I know I speak for all the viewers out there. You said you're an actress that's going to be big in Hollywood. Is that right?
Absolutely. My agent told me I was due to be the next Jennifer Garner.
Oh, well, I'm going to let you know I am Wink Massengale, and tonight you're with Dougie, and we're going to have a lot of videos coming your way to maybe get you to act out of that sexual regression, you know? Now, couple things I want to ask you. You are an actress. I think it's time that we hear a little bit about your monologue. Would you love to do why don't you do a monologue for us right now? Dougie, hit that monologue for her. Take one.
Where am I? Who? What? How? It's on sale? I will drive off in a Pontiac today.
Oh, scene! Woo! I'll tell you right now, you've got the goods. When I think of you, I think of Katharine Hepburn. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. That wasn't quite a monologue. I squished together all of my lines from that Pontiac commercial, and I think it reads better like that.
Now, what kind of men do you normally go for, Miss Stella Von Brighton?
Well, let me tell you, I've been burned before.
I can tell. You look like it.
I had my heart broken right in two.
Oh?
By a man who came into my life fast as lightning. That's right. He was running by my apartment. I saw him, he looked right back at me, and he kept jogging, listening to his playlist. But I remember he was covered in sweat, and his face it looked like this.
Oh, gosh, that's a sexy face you just made.
I liked what I saw that day, and when he did not look my way, I was crushed. I said, he'll never work in this town again. And by this town, I meant my heart.
Dougie, you really know how to pick the contestants. This girl seems like a winner. I can't tell why you're alone at all. But right now, we might be able to let one of those runners run into your life. And Stella, are you ready to get Quaran-Tindered?
Wink, I'm ready.
Well, you're one kind of screwed up woman, but we're going to go ahead and move on anyway. And I promise you, Wink here knows why you are single. Dougie, hit that first video, buddy.
How's it going, party people? My name's Sexy Steve Cincinnati. I'm 37 years old, and I'm a musician. I'm in an air band. It's called Air Supply of Death. We got an air guitarist, an air bassist, an air drummer, sometimes an air keyboardist, and man, I'm the air lead singer. We play all original air music that we write ourselves and sing it. It's not some air cover of some some other band. It's all original air music that we write and sing ourselves, all originally. And this is what I look like when I'm singing, man. So come on over and quarantine with me, Sexy Steve Cincinnati. I'll air rock your world. Or as I say on stage,
Holy goodness gracious. I don't know about you, Stella, but that man right there wanted to air rock into your life, and I, for one, am turned on. Your thoughts, Stella?
I gotta tell you, Mr. Cincinnati there did something to me. Makes me want to smoke an air cigarette. There's no real cigarette here, that's acting.
Stella, back to why we're here on Quaran-Tinder and not so much about your acting career anymore, which seems pretty bad. Tell me a little bit about what you thought about Sexy Steve Cincinnati.
Mr. Cincinnati had a way with that air guitar, the confidence, the stage presence he had. I can see me and him really taking over the world together. I will be his air band road girl. That's what they're called.
That's a very pretty way to put it. I'd also say, though, he said he was 37. Either he's lived really hard or I don't believe that number. What are your thoughts?
Well, he said he was 37. That usually means he's somewhere between 52 and 54. And I think that's okay. Age is just a number of the mind, not of the body.
Whew, you are a frisky one. I tell you right now, if I were single, I still wouldn't date you. Hey, are you ready to Quaran-Tinder with that one to maybe swipe right? Is it a no-go, swipe left, or do you want to see that next video, Stella?
I gotta see what else is out there.
I bet you do. Dougie, hit that next video for the lovely Stella Von Brighton.
Quaran-Tinder, Quaran-True, let me have a date with you. Would your loneliness be mine if you asked me out on a date on time? Quaran-Tinder, Quaran-True, I want to love you. Please pick me for Quaran-Tinder, and I'll always be with you. Oh ho ho ho, Quaran-Tinder, 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 Quaran-Tinder. You'd be my love tonight. Quaran-Tinder, ooh. I'm Doo-Wop Dan. Select me for Quaran-Tinder, and I'll be always true for you.
Doo-wop diddy, I'd love to bend that man over. Goodness gracious, Stella, what did you think of that doo-woppy Dan?
Another musician in the bunch, let me tell you. As a performer, I just see so much light inside of Doo-Wop Dan, and I want to harness his voice and suck it inside of my throat and sing it out.
Are we allowed to say that, Dougie?
Yep.
Well put, Dougie.
I
Now,
said voice.
there's still some things about it. His singing was okay, and I'll give him that. He had a lot of range, it felt like. But did you see the light that almost looked like a halo over his head? And a little awkward. Are you into that awkward loving? Like, do you want somebody to doo-wop sing to you while you make raw animalistic love, Stella?
You know, I've never tried it before, and I'll try anything once.
I see. What are you normally into sexually?
I am what they call a power bottom.
Okay. Well, he looks like a power top. I can promise you that. And let me ask you, what are we thinking? Are you going to doo-wop to the right, doo-wop to the left, or do you want to see that next video?
Give me that next video. I'm ready for more.
Perfect. Dougie, I don't know how we can beat that doo-wop, but I hope we can. Hit that next video.
Alright. Hi, I'm Jake Breeze. I'm an all-American badass. My favorite color is black, my favorite band is Linkin Park, and my favorite animal is wolves. I'm looking for a chick who's ready to make a family. I'm really good at bed because I've had sex with a ton of kinky chicks. Plus, I'm good with kids. Anyway, here's a montage of me doing some pretty badass stuff like I do every day. Just pretend this is a beer. My mom says I've got a fatty liver, so I'm not supposed to drink. Does that look gay?
Power Ranger.
Shut up, Howard. I'm not a dork.
What was that?
You're a dork.
What was that? You want to say that?
You're a dork.
You want to say that?
Holy tamale! That man was virile. He almost makes me want to switch teams. Stella, what were you thinking about that man that puts the words with everything?
The power, the charisma, the muscle, the video editing skills. I mean, he has it all. The whole package. But I fear our lives may not line up. He wants a family, and I'm on my way to stardom. I'm just not sure. I don't know anymore.
Well, it seems like you're a little bit confused about this one, and I understand, Stella. There's a few things that I'd like to get straight. Did you see the way that he pumped when he said he was going to make a family? He gave you a little bit of an action of what it was going to look like out there. How did that make you feel?
I gotta say, when he pumped, my heart pumped for what felt like the first time.
Oh, phew. Now, he also seemed to be getting beaten up at the end. Did that bother you at all that he had showed off his karate moves and the workouts, and then some guy walks around the corner and beats him up?
Well, in the industry, every actor must take many beatings and get up again, so I can appreciate that in a man. He's beaten down, but he'll get back up. Probably.
That's what you added. He's beaten down and he'll probably get back up.
Yes, I mean, the video ended. We didn't see what happened to him, but...
Now, what about the beer making skills and the words, where he put words in everything, and the fact that he does badass and perimeter checks? Does that scare you at all as an actress?
You know, it makes me think of a little film called The Bodyguard, starring Kevin Costner. Ever heard of him?
Is this the one with Whitney Houston?
Why, yes, it is. I think this man could be my Kevin Costner.
So, are we feeling a swipe right, a perimeter check left, or a pump right down the middle? What are we thinking here, Stella?
Not quite ready to get tied down yet. Let's see the next one.
Gosh, you are so precise in even the words you say. Dougie, hit it up for this freaky-ass woman.
I am Alexei Belyukov.
And I am Oleg Belyukov. Together, we are
The Belyukov brothers. We thought we would do Mellow the Bride, but in reverse.
You would come here.
You would live on our very successful turmeric farm.
There are many fun things to do. We have impressive video game collection.
Including 1997 classic movie Godzilla starring Matthew Broderick. We have tetherball.
Ball is missing.
It's mainly pole with string, but it's still fun. At night, we take you to honky tonk.
Yeehaw, cowboy.
So swipe on us if you want to be treated like a queen.
For tax purposes, you will be listed as mule.
Holy poop And that made me want to charge right out and get a hold of them. What are you thinking, Stella?
Well, I spent many months living in a mansion in Moscow. And when I was there, that's where I discovered my love for acting. These two really seem like they can help me get back to my roots and find my true passion again.
Now, what was it about the two of them that turned you on the most? And I guess they want to have you together?
Yes, it appeared that way. Well, two is better than one. Because when you have two, like they are two, you have a built-in stunt double. You can do all sorts of other tricks. It really expands the cinematography. And they said they had a Matthew Broderick film.
So, what about sexually? Did you feel compatibility between the three of you besides just your acting and film career? Was there anything about them that made the old fire start to stoke up?
Oh, sexually. Sexually, I feel very, very icy cold in my heart. I gotta say, sexually, those men, they terrify me.
All right, so it looks like we may not have had a match right there, but Stella, there's one left. One left for a chance for you to find love during all this madness. Are you ready for it?
Show me. Show it to me.
This is gonna be the hottest thing you've ever seen. Hit it, Dougie!
Hey, Quaran-Tinder, this is Darren Colley coming at you. That's right, Darren Colley from the Ghent. God, I love Ghent. Some of y'all already know me because I'm freaking, kind of friends with another guy named Clark Ghent. And I hate Clark Ghent, but I'm gonna tell you one thing, I even miss him these days, man. Like, it's so hard to be a hipster right now. In some ways, I'm really going crazy. I can't go to fairgrounds. I can't go to a fairgrounds freaking coffee and see my girls over there. They're all my friends. I don't pay just for coffee. I pay because we're friends. That's just the way it is. I have nobody to talk about all my art ideas that I'm gonna do nothing with. I have nobody to talk to anything about. The only thing that I feel very, very good about coming on Quaran-Tinder with is that right now, I already didn't shower. You know, man? I mean, take a look. I'm wearing maternity jeans. That's right, maternity jeans that I got at Mojo Bones. Mojo Bones ain't even open anymore, man. I'm freaking going crazy. I can't even celebrate that Starbucks closed on Colley. My name is Darren Colley. Well, look, I just wanted to come on here and tell everybody in the Ghetto. Yes, I said in the Ghetto because I originated the word, not like that silly Facebook in the Ghetto, the real Ghetto, and all my Gentites out there, speak up. So I'm gonna tell you right now, if you wanna swipe right on me, and I'll freaking do good by you. Now, I don't have a job, and these prescriptions aren't even real. Look, there's no lenses in them. But I'm vegan. Unless you've got carne asada, swipe right. Darren Colley.
I think I may have just wet my pants with enthusiasm. Good God, an artist, a sexual being, tan. Stella, I know that had to make you move. Talk to me. How did that one make you feel?
Well, I must admit I did not understand half of the words he was saying, but I've always had an affinity for foreign language, so I'm sure I could cross that bridge when I get there.
He was American.
Was he? That was English? The man could use some lessons in diction, that's for sure.
I felt like he was trained and well-spoken, and more importantly, the kind of man that could get all those shoes behind you to pop up in the air behind their head.
That's another thing. He's a vegan, and I only wear real fur.
Oh, well, that could be a problem, but otherwise, his looks and everything like that felt like a match, yes?
I don't think so. His looks were He looked very sick. He seemed ill. I'm worried. Someone get that man to a doctor.
Stella, really appreciate you chiming in right here, buddy. Just want to let you know right now, you're going to have a chance to be able to make up right now who you want to Quaran-Tinder with. I certainly would probably go with the last one, but you've got the Sasha brothers. You got the man that did the perimeter checks. You've got the man that felt, what was it, that he had the doo-wop in there. You have so many things that you can decide from. Right now, don't tell me where you're leaning, but I want you to wait right there in that waiting room and come back and give us who you want to pick down to 2, Stella, and maybe you can act your way into bed. Hey, Dougie, I think it's time for us to go ahead and it's time for us to get our sponsors right now. So please, hit us up with those sponsors and tell us who the winners were from last week. See you in a minute, Stella.
Hey gang, this is Dougie saying we have more Quaran-Tinder on the way. But first, let's hear what our sponsors have to say. Today's episode of Quaran-Tinder is brought to you by Leva Psychiatry. Hey gang, this is Dougie. Are you ready to find out the winners from last week's show? Then grab yourself a Bud Light Seltzer and take a look. First up, we had Kate. You, the audience, voted, and Kate is going to be Quaran-Tindered with Gil. Happy sword making, you two. Then we had Terry O'Quinn from the award-winning Stepfather Part 2. You guys voted, and Terry was matched with the Women of Panties in a Twist. Congratulations to all our Quaran-Tinder matches. Now let's finish off this Bud Light Seltzer and get back to Quaran-Tinder. But first, a word from our sponsors.
We got a sponsor! We have made the big time now. We have got a sponsor. Dougie, I didn't think you were worth a damn, and I still don't. But goodness gracious, we are back in action right now. Now, Dougie, what a lucky winner and losers we had last week, but they're all going to get Quaran-Tinder together, and I know I'm rooting for them just as much as you are. But this is about tonight, and tonight only. Please introduce that next bachelor into our world.
All right, Wink, our next contestant, it says on the form that he filled out that he is a spice pirate. Let's give a warm Quaran-Tinder welcome to Captain Winston Starbanger.
Evasive maneuvers! Evasive maneuvers!
Welcome, Captain. My name's Wink Massengale. Welcome to our show.
What year is it?
2020.
Oh no. I've landed. I've time traveled in the worst timeline in 2020, the pandemic. Yeah!
So, Captain, tell us a little bit about yourself.
My name is Captain Winston Starbanger from the year 3069, and I come from the future. I'm here to look for love. I'm traveling with my space unicorn, Horny, and my beloved sidekick / navigator and robot sex vacuum, Suki.
Well, nice to meet you, Suki. And tell us, in this pandemic, and even though you're from the future, you're back here now. Are you lonely, Captain Starbanger?
Yes. In the future, there have been many pandemics. There's also been alien invasions, and we've also discovered black holes all over the place. There are no men left, except for Captain Starbanger, and I'm here to ravage all the women, all the ladies, everything you've got. Starbanger's gonna bang.
Ho, 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 ho! Now you're talking my kind of style. Dougie and I once star-banged each other, but that was back in the 70s, wasn't it, Dougie?
Yep.
We sure did. He'll never forget it. Hey, Captain Starbanger, now what kind of woman do you normally go for?
Well, I love a nice woman who respects my love gun, and also who will fix me Earl Grey tea. I love that stuff. Also, fried chicken from Kentucky Fried Chicken. Yum, yum.
Don't mean to be in your business, but Dougie and I both know there's only one food chain that has chicken, and that's Bojangles. Isn't that right, Dougie?
Yep.
Oh, God, no! I used to love Bojangles too, but we lost Bojangles in the great KFC Bojangles War of 2759.
Well, Dougie, you really know how to pick them on there. Hey, Captain Starbanger, are you ready to get Quaran-Tinder tonight?
Yes, I am, Wink. I'm winking underneath my eye patch.
I like this guy's spirit, Dougie. Hit that first video.
Hello, my name is Sasha Karvovskaya. I'm still at work, so I have to make this quick. I forgot my keys again, but I have these. I am very excited to be doing this Quaran-Tinder dating service. I forgot to change the light bulb this week. This is exactly why I signed up for the dating service with Quaran-Tinder, to find a strong companion who would help me with things like this around the house. I'm a classically trained musician. I am a martial arts expert. I learned all my skills from Master Miyamoto in the foothills of Mount Fuji. I love masquerades, and if you let me touch your tushy and paint your nails, and if you look good in a trench coat, we'll get along just fine. Excuse me, one moment.
What are you doing? How did you find me?
If you are ready for an intense and romantic love, my darling, swipe right. But if you don't, it's okay. I'll duct tape your feet and throw you into the sea. Ciao.
Holy Kremlin! Did she just kill somebody?
I think so.
Tell me your thoughts of that lovely Sasha from apparently Moscow that was doing a felony.
Well, I have to say, Wink, that I love her strength. But the best thing about her, was the anal beads around her neck. I'd really like to take them for a swing or two.
Now, did it bother you at all, Captain, that she was a bit of a felon, that she was breaking into a home and beating people up, and that she might duct tape you?
Wink, all those activities are just in a day's work for a space pirate. Why, the last person that I duct taped, I ended up taking her out to the Dairy Queen for a nice Oreo blizzard.
So what are we thinking here? Are we thinking a swipe right, a swipe left, or do you want to see that next video, Captain?
Now, Wink, although she was very mysterious, I can't be guaranteed that she has any eyes underneath those sunglasses, and I'm looking for a love with one more eye than I do.
Oh, that just makes sense for the gene pool. Dougie, hit that next video, because the captain wasn't sure whether he wanted a Mishka into her.
What's up? I'm Jessica, but my teammates call me by my roller derby name, Jessa Fleshwound. I play roller derby for the Portsmouth Punani Punchers, and I'm looking for someone to drive me home. To go home with me after the after parties. My hobbies include roller skating, doing radical shit, and checking bitches. Roller derby is a full contact sport, and since the quarantine canceled practices, I've been missing that physicality. I need someone that's gonna put me in the penalty box for insubordination. This one time, someone broke up with me on bout day, and I harnessed that hatred
to crush my enemies.
Speaking of breakups, when quarantine's over and it's time for me to choose between hanging out with you and going to roller derby practice, I'm choosing roller derby.
Ho! Ho! I don't mean to get real with you, but as you know, I'm actually from this great city of Portsmouth, Virginia, and I would love to watch that Punani Portsmouth herself anytime. Captain, what were you feeling on that saucy little rollerblader?
Well, I have to listen to my current better half. Horny really loved her for her horns. In fact, was jealous of her 2 horns on top of her head. And I was jealous of those sweet-ass buttocks that I'd like to put my face in between and get more pink eye.
Captain, what were your thoughts on her dental stuff? She seemed to be missing some teeth, or at least one of those teeth. Is that something that bothers you at all?
I'm glad you mentioned that, Winks. That's the only thing that I didn't like. I may only have one eye, but I've got all 69 teeth.
So, she said when the quarantine was over, that she would probably leave you, and she slapped her ass a little goodbye there on the way out. What are your thoughts? Are you okay with that kind of rejection that may happen after a quarantine?
Oh, my dear, lovely little Wink. Let me tell you, I've been hoodwinked by quite a few space piratesses, and I say it's better to have loved than never loved at all. And I'd love to see those sweet chicks walking all their way out. Oh, I'll just rub my one good eye right in her mouth.
Okay, so this is possibly a match here. Now, right now, what are you thinking? Do you want to go ahead and roll her right, roll her left, or do you want to see that next video?
Although she might be a good wham bam thank you ma'am, we're going to have to listen to Horny and say swap, 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 swap her away.
I see, there we have it. We may have a match, we may not. Dougie, this guy's weird as hell. Hit the next video.
Hi, my name's Eowyn. I'm 22 and I'm a celibate. You might be wondering, why is a celibate on Tinder? And that's a good question. There's lots of different types of intimacy, and while I don't want sexual intimacy, emotional intimacy is high on my list. There's also never been a better time to be a celibate. Normally, when I'm on dates with people, I carry 1 yardstick. But because of social distancing, now I carry 2 yardsticks. So every so often, I'll just kind of hold those together with my hand, kind of put it in my navel, and then kind of make sure that we're still abiding by the laws. Once this is over, I'll go back to 1 yardstick. Things you should date me for. I'm funny, I have awesome hair. You can look at it, but you can't touch it. Also, I'm passionate about politics, so if you want to overthrow the government with me, please swipe right. The real reason that I'm a celibate is because fuck the patriarchy.
What in the hell was that, Dougie? We came to Quaran-Tinder to hang out, to make love. She seems like she was part of Heaven's Gate or something there. But who am I to judge? Heaven's Gate, by the way, Dougie, was that cult where they all didn't have sex, if you remember. Okay, Dougie, thanks for not chiming in there. Now, going back to you, Captain, what did you think about this woman that's taking isolation to another level?
Well, being a space pirate with a crew of only my space sidekick, Horny, the space unicorn, who may be a figment of my imagination, and my vacuum / love bot that has a good suction, I gotta respect celibacy.
That's your answer. So you respect celibacy. Is it somebody that you now? Did anything about her turn you on? At the end, she seemed a little bit like you, where she said, "Fuck the patriarchy." How did that make you feel? She was against the system.
I didn't like that, Wink. I think you're a man after my own heart. Now see here, the patriarchy keeps the word going around. If she were the lass on my boat, on my little spacecraft, she'd have to be refueling it, if you know what I mean. I'm winking underneath this eye patch once again. No, I can't have her. I can't have her. I need to see more, Wink. I can't have anybody saying down with the patriarchy, because I'm the only captain of their ship.
Dougie, you heard it first there. Let's hit the next video before the captain strokes out.
Hi, I'm Stacy, and if you want to go on a date with me, then you have to impress all my friends here. So I'm looking for somebody that wants to hang out with me and all my friends and watch movies in our jammies and sneak junk food and laugh and stay up all night. Oh, I'm sorry. My friends are such chatterboxes. Guys, let me talk. You're so loud. Swipe right if you want to have fun with me and all my friends. Stop it, Rebecca. That tickles.
Holy Cabbage Patch Kid, that girl seemed like she had it all together with all her marbles. You two have a pattern. Captain, I noticed you've got horny, and she's got 3,000 stuffed animals. It does actually worry me as a human being how many stuffed animals she has. But
That's right. That's right, Wink. Horny here says this is the best contestant yet, and I must agree. She's got some rosy cheeks, and those cheeks would look better in my cabin, if you know what I mean. I'm winking underneath the eye patch.
I understand you're winking. We've gotten that part down. Now, if I may, Captain, there's a few things that we need to talk about. Your boat's going to quadruple, if not 300 times the size of your normal crew with that many people. Is that something that's going to bother you on that boat?
Again, you're one step ahead of me. I could use a first mate like you, Wink, if you want to, hop aboard. But listen, she does have a lot of stuffed animals. But I do think she probably has some space booty racked up inside them, if you know what I mean. That's
I don't know. No, I don't know what you mean. As a matter of fact, I really don't know what you mean.
She's got space cocaina, the space spice, the space coriander hidden inside those stuffed animals. That's right. I've pulled that trick before. I know exactly what she's doing. She's almost perfect for me, Wink. Almost perfect.
Well, I can tell you this right now. I'm winking underneath this eye at you.
I don't get that, Wink. I can see both your eyes. You're very insensitive right now. I lost this one to the great condiment wars.
Dougie, again, I don't know where you get these people. And more importantly, some of the things you're saying about her, I'm a little worried about how old that young lady was right there. But he says it's an almost match, and Captain's going to get what Captain wants. Isn't that right, Captain? So
well,
hit us up with that final video.
Yes.
I am looking for a strong person to come to my basement for 14 days of torture and deprivation. If you survive quarantine, you will be hosed off and come into my home to be servicing me. Bake my cookies. Clean my carpet. Eat my persimmon. There will be no crying. There will be no whining. There will be no sneezing. There will be no coughing. If you are brave, swipe for Natasha.
Holy punishment. It looked like that woman right there was the kind of woman that would make you quarantine and whip the crap out of your ass. Captain, what are you thinking?
I think it's time for Suki to do its job. Now listen here. I think I'm in love. I think that's exactly who I need on my crew to follow me around through time and through space. Oh my God. She reminds me of my 34th ex-wife. She was Russian. She always wore a mask and she always wore black. And she knew how to spank the living daylights out of me. Oh, I wish I hadn't duct tape her legs and thrown her into the volcanoes of Mortal 5.
Where did you put Suki?
Oh,
All right, I'll tell you what, I don't even want to know. I don't want to know because we now have sponsors and we're legit. Isn't that right, Dougie?
Yep.
Fine add in. Well, we're at that moment of truth right now. We just saw all kinds of ladies and men that are so ready to get out of this quarantine and get into someone's bed. I think it's time we go ahead and bring back Stella and find out what these two contestants are thinking tonight on Quaran-Tinder. I'm still completely and utter shocked. Wink Massengale cannot believe that we have a sponsor, and nevertheless, from that lovely, lovely psychiatry firm down to the beach. Now listen to me, Dougie, $200 can get you to be a sponsor on this show as well. So if you're interested, please write Dougie at pusherscomedy@gmail.com. We'd love to have all those sponsors come in, and we're a little shocked that we have any at all. Now, it's the moment of truth. Introduce those two contestants again to us, and let's get down to what they're thinking.
All right, let's welcome back to Quaran-Tinder. We have Miss Stella Von Brighton and Captain Winston.
Hello, how are you? My fans, my adoring public. I've missed you.
I tell you right now, I can see why the people really love the two of y'all, and y'all have been lovely. But we're going to have to find out right now, did we have a match tonight? Was there a Quaran-Tinder love connection? Starting you with Molly, I need you to narrow it down to 2. I know it was tough for you.
Stella.
What's that?
My name is Stella.
What did I say?
You said Molly.
Dead Molly.
Stella!
She's not here!
I see Stella. I'm just so used to that other girl, Molly, being so single and alone. You know what I mean? Because I've met her boyfriend. Now, back to the point. Tell me, Stella.
Yes.
Have you narrowed it down to 2?
I have, Mr. Wink, I have.
Oh, I'm as excited as a June bug in heat. Tell me who you're thinking.
Well, I had to go for the muscles on the secure the perimeter man with the video editing skills.
Yes.
Made the words come on to the screen.
Well chosen right there. He was active. He was a drinker, and more importantly, he seemed to have fun. But he also got his ass kicked at the end. But now, moment of truth. Who is number 2 for you?
Number 2? Or should I say number 2 and 3? Because I'm going to have to go for the package deal with those twins. They were so exotic, so intriguing, so much material for my next audition.
Das Vidanya! You have gone and holy Putin picked those 2, and we may have a devil's threesome that even the great Stalin may have had to turn his eyes away from. Stella Von Molly, you have been lovely this whole time, Stella. And I can tell you right now, I don't know why, but you shouldn't need a love connection. You're so lovely. Now, popping over to our second contestant here. Tell us, Captain, have you narrowed it down to 2?
I have. My 2. First, the lovely lass with the rosy cheeks and all the stuffed animals. My lovely little space sidekick, Horny. I can't deny him. He needs love too. And if I'll take one for the team, my little love bug right here, why, he saved my life back in the condiment wars. The mustard stormtroopers were on top of me, and I couldn't take it anymore. I popped off my butthole grenade, and boom! Horny, he jumped atop it and saved my life. He used to have 8 legs, and now he's only got 4. So I'm going to choose the lovely lass with the red rose cheeks.
And who else are we thinking, you crazy, weird man?
Well, I got to also think about myself, because it's lonely out here, and Suki, my robot slash love vacuum cleaner slash navigation system is just not cutting it anymore. And I would like another lass of the same color. That's right, Natasha, wearing all black with a mask. I can see underneath that mask. She loves me and I love her.
He's gone and done it in the upset pick of the century. You want to get that ass whipped by that belt, don't you, Captain?
Oh, yeah.
That is an upset. I thought for sure it was going to be the rollerblading badass, but I tell you, you may have picked a good one there, Captain. And let me be the first one to give y'all both a Quaran-Tinder good luck. We will now have the audience choose for the two of y'all, find you a Quaran-Tinder match, and hopefully love will be made. Thanks again to our sponsors, and please contact us if you want to sponsor any more. I need to go shave this mustache off, but coming to you on behalf of Dougie, this is Wink Massengale saying, Quaran-Tinder my hole.
This has been Dougie. We'll see you next week for more Quaran-Tinder. Until then, for myself and Wink Massengale, have a good Quaran-Tinder.